Should probably turn the brightness up. Maybe that.
It's like one of those with shield going for you or something.
For what?
For
It does have a lens thing, but I think it's more like the shaded magenta ones and stuff. So it's Fighter Sector Headquarters North-Queensland, and this is where they relayed a lot of the communication in the Pacific Ocean during World War II. But yeah, the only reason it's still standing is because a bomb wouldn't knock it down. So it was built to be bomb-proof. It was built to take a direct hit from one of the modern bombs, because the Japanese were doing bombing raids here during World War II. And yeah, it just takes too much to knock it down. Like, you know, a demolition company would have a hard time destroying it because it's just so bomb-proof. But yeah, a lot of kids have been in here. It's just full of graffiti and kids make their cubby houses and stuff here. Now I'm sure, if you look, there's a Townsville City Council has been quoted as saying that one of the reasons, there's a large post there, one of the reasons they haven't redeveloped this site is because there's a lot of underground infrastructure. And what that means is, if they bring on big heavy equipment on here, they have a chance of just falling through the dirt. It's too dangerous to bring on graders and excavators. And you've got these things here. I'm not sure what these are. I've seen these before, and these are either pillboxes, light turrets, guardhouses. Not quite sure. Careful. It's built on the granite foot slopes of Mount Stewart, North Queensland. It's a good sample of the granite, degraded granite. It's pretty hard stuff. Like, if you want to build a bunker, it's what you want. But you can't have a lot of fissures in it, a lot of mafic dikes. You see, the fence don't work too well. There could be someone in here, so just be careful. There's another one of those, not sure what they are, pillboxes, or they're quite weird. You can see 2-story. I've plated off a few of the entrances here, and it has this weird entryway. Like, that's a shielded entryway. And there's one on both sides. I'll show you the other one in a sec, but it tucks right into the granite. It's purposely built like this, I'm sure, to tuck right into the granite. Like, I think that the granite face would have been along this big boulder here. So it has one of these on the other side. It's almost like a little window. And you can see it tucks around this corner here in an armoured kind of protected entrance. We have another one. Oh no, there's a steel door blocking it. We have another one of these pillbox things, which to me looks like a ladder to an underground bunker that's been filled in with concrete and rocks. Let's see if we can get this open. So I don't think that's not an original door. It looks like a door the council's tried to put in to put a padlock on. Yeah. People are just going to break it off and come in. So you have this entryway, which looks like a security room. It still has the reinforced rebar for the roof. And here we go. You can see it's a huge reinforced columns there. Just absolutely insane, the amount of reinforcement they put in this. And this did have a second floor. It had what they call a mezzanine floor, a second floor, and I think that the underground here area was for the massive equipment used for communication in the Pacific. You can see there's a little, again, no roof. You can see a little recess, the stairs, and this recess which goes into this underground area here, which is directly below what I call the air conditioning room. According to records I found online, this was one of the first buildings in North Queensland to have air conditioning in 1945 or 1944. And you can see a large plinth up there, and also there's a tube hole that goes into the ground in the floor. I'll go up there in a sec. Again, like just the cathedral mass of this, and you can see the wall, the floor here is coming away. I assume it's either kids or that's just natural. I'm not sure. But put the flash on. You can see that's that window outside, and that's not at ground level, but you see just the column of space of this. It's just incredible. You can see how they reinforced the rebar here with this circular and also down treads. Oop, got strobe on. There we go. Yeah, it's very heavily reinforced, very thick columns. Very dangerous right now. Hasn't been. You can see they have another, what do they call those, trenches for cable runs, or that could be a sump trench. And you can see where the second level was, this line, and the bolts in the wall. You can actually still see. The line, the imprint of where the second floor was. You can also see these large hanging pieces of steel up here. I'm not sure what these are. And I'm glad to see a shot looking in. And there's a second floor in that little room up there, which I think would have been the commanding office. I've been up there before, I don't think I'll be able to get up there again. You see someone's had a fire in here. It looks almost like these are probably holes in the ground that will, if you were to dig all this dust and soot out, you'd probably get to more concrete. But again, I know what these are now. I didn't know what these are, but these are telecommunications splitters. So I think these are phone line splitters. Yeah, you can see the cables. And these are just lying here, and I've got to assume these are from the original building. And I think they were connected to these pieces of steel up here. But yeah, this could be original communications equipment that came from the original bunker. And this is where the bunker gets interesting. Around here, you can see this trench. Again, dangerous steel hanging down, drop at any moment. We've got some workings in the floor here. This trench goes around out to here. So this must have been where heavy equipment was on these edges. And now we've got a large, there's a bat. You can see pipe work coming out of the wall just there. Small pipe, I don't know if that's water pipe, there's a large pipe here. So you can see there's a large plinth here. Looks like they might have had equipment on this of some sort, possibly the power. This looks like a toilet block with those. They look like toilets. Could have been a toilet area. So this is the room that I assume. Now, I came in here earlier, years ago. This room, you could visibly tell that there was no bottom, there was no floor to this room. It had just been filled in with concrete, and there's bats in there. Oh shit, I haven't seen bats in there ever. Yeah. So what happened in this room, what I assumed happened, oh, there he goes. What I assumed happened in this room is that this was stairs leading to underground infrastructure. A bunker, a tunnel system, I'm not sure, but I think this is where the stairs leading to the underground. And see if I can get a shot up there. There's a bat that's going up there. I can't really reach up there, but again, it's just another square room. It looks like it would have had stair sets here. It would have been a commanding officer's room. This here was, we'll walk around to the other side and I'll show, but this, it seemed to be like almost like a check-in point on the other side. There's no door on the other side. There's no door in this inside room. You can see there's no door when there's no existing door. You can see all the, it's amazing. You see all the circular depressions? This is where drops from the ceiling have been impacting the cement here and leaving impacts. It's either that or people have been smashing this place up with a steel bar. Again, you've got more hooks on the ceiling here. Maybe shelving on the second floor. Go into this under room, again back at the entranceway, the first room. Could be bats in here. You've got to get a shot. So rather large reinforcement there. It seems to, there's a lot of spiders. Seems to have been like a recess here. I don't know if that's a filled-in doorway. There's pipework on the wall. That feels hollow. Pipework here. This feels different to this. You can hear it. Wow, that looks like a concrete plug. It's either this or some type of plinth. You can see edges there. There's no way they could lift that out from here, so this would have to be just a plinth. They would have had maybe the air conditioning equipment on. This is the circular hole that comes up from upstairs, and the only reason I can think of in my head is like, unless that's cables, that would have been ducting for air conditioning, maybe to cool just this room, because this was the communications electronics room. Electronics back in the day got super hot. They even used xenon sometimes. Get up this thing and have a look up here.
Looks like someone's been doing photos.
So this is a plinth I was talking about. There's a plinth here, a large and a smaller plinth here, bigger plinth here, and this is the huge plinth with its own, either that's an oil sump drain, or that's maybe they put insulating liquid in there or something. But this is the hole going into that underfloor story. So I'm not sure what this is. Love to see some original photos. There's a window out to there. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what those windows are for. They've got these windows that have these handbars welded onto them. This is insane. Yeah, I don't know if that's original rebar. Yeah, they didn't reinforce these roofs. It's just the main center roof that they were worried about. You see the hooks in the ground. Don't know what they're for. And it had just a wooden door here. So yeah, this part wasn't reinforced like the rest of it. I'm wondering if there was a blast door maybe there. Maybe. You didn't really need blast doors back in World War II. Hey, can you hold this for me? Okay, just come down. Yeah, what do you think?
About what?
The place?
You almost freaked out by those bats.
Yeah.
You keep hearing them.
Yeah, and they're making weird noises.
Yeah.
They won't touch you.
Yeah.
They're like a bird. But yeah, have you seen bats in North Queensland before? Like that close? Not cave bats.
Living in caves.
Yeah. This is a natural
See them in
cave.
trees, like fruit bats and stuff.
Yeah. So we'll go around. You can't really get around the corner there, but you see the height at 15 to 20 meters. You can see too, looks like concrete windows were filled in up there, concreted over. This is the steel coverings and the concrete and things was when the council probably mothballed this place and didn't want kids getting in, but they haven't prevented it. You can see some original pipe work. So that looks like that's roof tile by the looks of it. Oh, that's asbestos roof tile. Yeah, so that's some old ceramic pipe, probably water pipe. And this is old ass asbestos roof tiling, which probably was on the roof on top of that rebar. Oh yeah, you can see part of that old ceramic pipe. Yeah. Yeah, so this would have been a doorway originally, and the council's covered, has concreted over. It's this rather large pipe that comes out of the ground here. And it's flashing. And that's getting twisted around. Around here. So, old artifacts, like, seems to be like an old drum. No, it looks just like a paint tin lid. It's got pieces of metal here. More of this. I'm pretty sure it's asbestos. Could be fiber cement. What kind of hole? Now, this furthers this little area. Holy shit! You got a big. That's a big knobby. I'm not sure what sign. He's gonna get up that wall. Whoa! Off you go. There's a knobby coming your way. See him? He got halfway up the wall. And he fell down. You got some timber up there. It's nailed to the wall for some reason. Yes, another reinforced doorway. But the thing that's piqued my interest, see, again, cut really closely into this granite mountain here, Mount Stewart, base of Mount Stewart. So you can see they've got another reinforced doorway, but the thing that piques my interest is when you go in, there's nothing here. There's no door. This goes into that bat room we were just in before. And there's no door, but look at this, there's no ground. And to me, this looks like it's been filled in. To me, this also went underground. into either the basement level or underground tunnel systems. Because yeah, you can see that's the original wall. It hasn't been, well, it does look like a little patchwork there, some of it. Yeah, it's a crack. But they've got a little window here, I assume is, yeah, I'm not sure what that's for. But yeah, I think this is a filled in tunnel just here. And I do have friends in mining to get like their opinion on this, and they know that, yeah, it does look like to them like it's underground infrastructure. The only way to get in is to find out. I do have a shovel, but maybe a bit later. Yeah, so that looks like a drain pipe, toilet pipe or something. A breather. Yeah, it's like a toilet breather. And I'll get a shot around the side of this. Never been around the back. But yeah, you can see the beautiful Mount Stewart granites. Very most common intrusive rock form we have in Townsville here. You know, you have to be very careful of reptiles and snakes. This is their natural habitat. Just be loud. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. Yeah, got some nature growing up in there. Yeah, it is a very, very beautiful spot. I love granites. There's a cable coming out of the wall up there. Oh, yeah, it looks like a little miniature habitat back here. A lot of rock falls will be happening here. Gotta be careful. But you should be fine. Lots of bugs. Yeah, there seems to be something at the back there. I don't know if that's a tree or not, but I'm gonna head back. But yeah, you can see how close it's cut right into the granite. Well, I'm not sure why it was. To me it makes sense that if they were trying to protect from falling bombs, it's better to be right next to the granite. You can see a nice vein or alteration zone here in the granite. Yeah, and like you can see granite's pretty strong rock, but you can see the it's called the fracture pattern of the melt. It's almost like expansion joints when the granite was first formed. So every granite mountain has these expansion zones which can make it unstable in certain parts. Like eventually it'll crumble to nothing over centuries. So not sure how many times I've said so, but it feels like a lot. That's concrete someone's poured. I don't know where that was. You can see how far the fence goes out. Telling me that there's something underground right here, because they wouldn't have a fence out to here. Why wouldn't the fence end there? There is concrete here.
That rock here.
Yeah, it's like someone's poured sand on top of... That's something. That's like an igloo. Oh, that might have been their water reserve. Yeah, that might have been their water tank. We'll have to go around and have a look at that. It's really cool. It's gonna be hard to get around. I might have to do this solo. Go in real quick and have a look. But yeah, there is a path. You climb all the way up the side. You gonna do it? Looks pretty risky. Actually, yeah, it's all been eroded away. No, you walk up the side here and you get up top. But well, you can just see the top of it. You can see it on Google Earth. Is there any ways under the fence up there? I think I can see one. Seeing more of that piping. Piping here. Yeah, that's a good rabbit one. I have to move this rock. Oh, it's not happening. It's not happening. Ah, there's a hole up there. Yeah, I've got to see what this is. I'm pretty sure that's water tank. There's a hole in the top. Put the GoPro down very carefully. Very careful of snakes. Don't sneak up on them. That's the key. Ah, you see the top. Nice little hole. Get through. Yeah, it's right into a natural slope. We've kept a little chunk of it on the side here. Yeah, that looks very dangerous. Man, walking on top of that to get a shot down the middle isn't very wise, but got a partner here. Yeah, it definitely looks like tank. It looks really sturdy. Oh, it's blocked up. Can I flash it? There we go. See. Oh, it's blocked up. Very reinforced. I assume that whole cone is concrete. See, they built it out of granite and concrete brickwork. Yeah. It had to have been a water tank. I can't see what else. Maybe fuel. Could have been fuel for the generators. And they would have had the fuel stored out here. It does make sense. But anyone knows? Let me know. Show you the front. Yeah, you can see got a etches into it. Woodford. Woodford. That's a very well-known Townsville name. Few people in that family that I know personally. I'll just get a shot over here until you can see there is foundations over there and there's foundations over here. Couldn't see these too well. Oh, there's a foundation just there if you can look hard. Head back and we'll go down and have a look. Oh, shot. Yeah, not sure, eh? Either a fuel tank or a water tank. It's very reinforced though, so they seem to like it. Grasshoppers everywhere. There's not much more you can really see in there, right? I'm gonna go around, just past the loops around here. There's more shit. You can see the remnants of something there. Concrete, and there's some type of jagged steel printed into it. Looks like it ends there.
Oh, I see it. There's all around.
Yeah, there's. Doubt that was a tunnel or anything, but yeah, I think that these square things are connected to whatever's underground. That they could have been like the breathers, you know, where they had air intake and outtakes. Or they could have been tunnels going down, or they could have been where you lower equipment from. Like, they look too small to be guardhouses. They could have been like, yeah, it's unsure. They've been set in the same way as the reinforced building, so they got rebar in them and they're set in those molds there. The rectangle molds that are very reminiscent. I suppose the longer and longer this place gets exposed to weather, and the more and more we get the chance to see this underground shit slowly start emerging, and the council can't deny it. I think there's like a little creek that runs down here, and 20 metres that way. The two paths, we'll walk down to this one. Oh, actually, there's a bridge. That's a bridge. Or something. Huh.
That is nice.
It is. I'm glad we went here. Yeah, they built it in the same way as the igloo over there, or the water tank, fuel tank. Like, they've used natural granite from their area and they've concreted in like brickwork. Yeah. So, I don't know if that was a bridge. It just looks like a raised terrace. Possibly this was a road. More rusted shit down there, but it could be just old people come out here and burn their cars, so... Yeah, it's block work. To me, I think it's a road, it's not a bridge. Some type of raised terrace. Yeah. But that over there, it's either car park or foundation. We'll have a look when we got down this road. See chunky apple, Ziziphus marianus, I'm not sure. Invasive species, ruins our bushland. See, look at all. It's all Ziziphus, chunky apple, Chinese apple. Is that racist? Yeah, this raised terrace goes all the way. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, it just kind of levels into the ground here, and here we do have a storm drain, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's a kangaroo. Yep, you can always tell by the thump. Yeah, they've made they've had drainage here. Obviously, with all the water running off Mount Stewart, would have caused an issue during the wet season. It does looks like the drain keeps going that way, but where does that go? Maybe we should check that out. Yeah, this definitely was an old road. Same one as when they've used granite from the area as the rocks and put it in with the bitumen. Very old road. It's the other side. It's got modern PVC piping in it though, so I'm not sure how old that is. What? It's a dead bird there. Dude, I'll kill a kangaroo. Break its neck. Yeah, so here's the foundation. So this is where the building was. That's just a very square foundation, either a shed. Yeah, it's got, I don't know what that is. It's very, it could be a roof. No, it's got the skirt to it. Yeah, some type of foundation. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, that species I think is up here, but not too much, like not to a wide extent. But yeah, if they're the big muscly stand-up ones, I wouldn't go near them. Yeah, so foundations of some sort. There's a lot of mosquitoes around. I might have to get the spray out. I'm gonna hold this.
Oh, something's white in it.
Hold this again.
What's that noise?
That knocking?
Yeah.
You say it's the construction they were doing when we crossed the road. Any water? Yeah, like we go around this way. See some original concrete. It's just amazing. This is over, what, 70 years old? Yeah, over 70 years old now. You see, it seems to be like a doorway of some sort, or side thing. But over here, the original steps. Yep. Look at that.
There's a bee here, I'm fucking allergic to it.
There's a toilet block there.
No, a bee.
You see the hole? We can head back out to the road, it's okay. Lots of wildlife over here. That butterfly is amazing. See where the walls were bolted down? This wasn't reinforced. This was, yeah, this was just in living quarters. There he goes. Another toilet dunny hole. There's a reinforced, oh, it's a water pipe. Comes out of the ground here. Does it? Is it just sitting there? Yeah, it's just sitting there. It looks like a doorway was here. Head this way. You got your vent limb. Just stay on the road. Another. Surely these aren't bunkers. Yeah, these have got to be. These are just wood foundations. I don't know what that is. One's just there. A little bit. Yeah, on that side. Here's the other foundation. And so here's the creek area of some sort. Yeah, it's just a little creek. Why is that sectioned off there? No, it's just a drain. Bugs are like on my head. Cool.
The rain just blows it up onto me.
Yeah, you can see the creek continues down. Wouldn't mind doing a... Hey, there's another foundation. Possibly more in here underneath all these weeds, but definitely one over here. Yeah, looks like similar size to the last one. These went all the way down to the creek line. It's just pretty boring. Yeah, gotta get up there. Yeah, there it'd be. This is the end of that drain. Flattens out down here. So yeah, I don't think there's anything down here. Yeah, there's nothing down there. Oh, it's concrete. What is this? Another roof. This is another one. That is an opening. Look, that's a lid. Maybe. Maybe not. Nah, it's just another square. Bolts, yeah. Surely there's got to be underground infrastructure. Yeah, there's something else up here. Well, that's just loose. Yeah, it's just loose piping laying on the ground in the old World War II site. Nothing else up. Yeah, I mean, doesn't hurt to have a look. No, there's nothing down there. Sheet metal. Just runs along the side of the creek. Ceramic water pipes. What is that? Beer bottle. Huh? Witchcraft. Burned down bones. I don't know why they mowed this line. Well, is this supposed to be a bushwalk or something? You run into a stick? Yeah. Someone lives where? Yeah. All the back onto it. And yeah, imagine having that. You got a 70-year-old World War II installation right behind you. Like, it's amazing that no one knows about this. This was a huge thing. This was helped the Americans win the information war in the Pacific. I think this is car park. Yeah, it's old bitumen. Looks more modern than the other ones though. Car park's falling through. It's reminiscent of what it's like to walk on those basalt lava flows in Queensland. With all these little potholes, but they just drop off into nothing. Yeah, there's that terrace that they built up. Not sure if that was a road or it's a good shot of, you can see the water tank or / fuel tank over there. And then you can see they've just cut straight into the, dynamited straight into the side of Mount Stewart. Built their little fortified headquarters, signals.